Hey there guys, it's Master Turtle and today I'm showing off my DCEU collection as of July 2026. And I do have some opinions about what's going on with the DC universe and this DCEU. But anyways, first let's talk about the Justice League. This is my ultimate version of the Justice League as presented in the DCEU, although they were not all in the same movie yet. Probably never. Let's start from the left. We've got Sasha Calle as Supergirl. Honestly, I liked her portrayal of Supergirl, and it really fit with this universe's aesthetic. Her costume, the way that, she is, really cool. She was a prisoner for a long time, and they found her, really awesome portrayal. We've got Ray Fisher as Cyborg. Now, this figure's, obvious problem aside, which is that really bad red paint. He looks pretty awesome, and I think Cyborg joining the Justice League was such a cool concept because I've always known him in the Teen Titans, and Ray Fisher actually portrayed Cyborg really well. I'm so sad we don't get to see more of the Cyborg and his story and his constant struggle with humanity versus the machine. We've got Zolo, the new guy. This is DCU Spider-Man. He's Blue Beetle. I've got the sword and the wings on him. This is like the decked out version. He's got everything. Oh, do I also have his cannon on? Yeah, his cannon is also on. Everything. We'll get a chance to see more of him, so I'm excited. But I'm sad to see that he won't be part of this universe. But in my mind, he's still part of this Justice League. Then finally, we've got Ben Affleck as Batman. And I know a lot of people don't like Ben Affleck in one way or another, but honestly, I thought he was really good as both an older Batman and an older Bruce Wayne. We're used to seeing Bruce Wayne sort of in his prime or kind of in the middle of his career, but I think for this Batman, he was closer to the end of his career, which it's supposed to be like the Dark Knight Returns comic. I'm so sad we did not get to see his solo movie. That is such a tragedy because I think he had a lot of potential, and I think he would have been great as a mentor for a younger hero. And okay, you probably know where I'm leading to, which is Batman Beyond. I have a little bit of a fan cast idea, which is I think Robert Pattinson in the Matt Reeves Batman movie should have been Terry McGinnis. He should have been Batman Beyond. And I think if we wanted to really tie this all together, I feel like we should have gone the New 52 way, where Batman Beyond goes back in time to help with the Dark Side crisis. Okay, where he gets to meet this version of Batman. I think that would have been awesome and probably a better way to tie this universe together. But anyway, sorry, that's just my idea. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea. Okay. Next, we have the Henry Cavill Superman, who did somehow come back for literally one clip. His Man of Steel movie started it off, but we didn't get the chance to see him after the Justice League and the Black Adam movie. But man, I miss Henry Cavill. I know that, man. I think he's really turned off by what they did to him at DC, so I don't think he's ever coming back. I really wish he was Ultraman in that new Superman movie. That would have been super awesome too. But Henry Cavill as Superman, I will say that he was truly good, and I enjoyed it. Moving on, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. This is the third time I have bought her figure with this costume, and seriously, this is the last time I'm going to buy. I pray that they do. I don't think McFarlane has any more time left anyway, so they're not going to do another one of her. But man, they finally got the head sculpt right. This one has all the accessories. She's got the sword, the shield, and the lasso. And I think it's perfect. I think it's very good. Best Wonder Woman. Her legs, her thighs are also thicker. She's not really, they're not sticks anymore. This one is truly good. And sorry, I just want to talk about the movie. I thought the Wonder Woman movies were not bad. The first one was the best, but they just ruined it at the end. If they just didn't need that CGI fight, I think it would have been really meaningful, okay? And then the 1984 movie, we'll talk about that one when we get to the bottom end of the different costumes. So let's move on. Ezra Miller as the Flash. I mean, his personal issues aside, I thought that he was okay as the Flash. And the Flash movie, it wasn't the best movie of all time. However, I enjoyed what they were trying to do because it finally felt like they were going somewhere. And that was it for him, unfortunately. It was so close to tying the whole multiverse together, but it became kind of unfortunately, another CGI mess. It seems to be a pattern. We've got Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and I like Aquaman a lot, so I have him on his seahorse, and he's like the biggest thing on this display with his seahorse, and Jason Momoa is a big guy, and I really liked his portrayal. He was not just Aquaman, he was Aqua Bro, Aqua Dude. Cool guy, and he's back in DC as Lobo. That's the only reason why I want to watch the Supergirl movie, because I want to see how good he is, because I think he has the look, and it's like that character was meant for him. But I did enjoy him as Aquaman. Then we have Zachary Levi as Shazam. My opinion on the movies are very simple. The first one was pretty good, but his second one was kind of bad because they tried to make him too much of a kid. I don't think they needed to do that. And also, I think the second movie kind of led nowhere, which is very disappointing. Like, I thought if they're going to do an in-universe movie, it should really tie back to what's going on. Or give him, like, significant character development, which also was not the case. I think the kid matured more, but the hero did not. Really, really unfortunate. And they just needed 2 more movies to get this team together, to get all 3 teams together, but they could not. Really, really sad. So now I've got the Suicide Squad, which I will talk about very briefly. James Gunn had a really good grip on what he wanted to convey in the Suicide Squad movie with the second Suicide Squad movie, and we still haven't seen the Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad with Jared Leto and all of the scenes that were cut. I'd be interested in seeing it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay? Here we go. Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. I think she's one of those actresses that can just... She plays the character so well, but the writing just never was able to get her right. Even in the Suicide Squad movie, it was getting really, really close. Her character arc was really good. King Shark. I mean, if you guys don't know, Sylvester Stallone voices this character, and it's awesome. Really, really funny. John Cena as Peacemaker. I mean, we have an opportunity to keep seeing him in the Peacemaker TV show. I haven't seen the second season yet, so let me know, guys, if you think it was any good. I do plan to watch it though. And this figure, I also have the gun. Okay, so this was like somebody custom printed it or got some work done. I also have the Bloodsport with his big cannon thing. I bought it as a bundle. Really, really cool. I wasn't planning to get the Suicide Squad. I was only focused on the heroes, but I enjoyed Idris Elba in this movie as well. He plays a really good villain. And then Polka Dot Man, of course, really funny. I like this guy a lot. That's if you haven't seen the movie, go check out the movie. Now, you probably noticed there's one character in here that shouldn't be here, which is Black Manta. He's in the Aquaman movies, of course, but I think it's suitable that he's in the Suicide Squad at some point. So if we had another movie or 2 movies, I was expecting this to be the Suicide Squad with maybe Jared Leto's Joker. But, I mean, yeah, that's not happening. The Justice Society of America. The Black Adam movie, basically. And Dwayne Johnson or The Rock's takeover of DC versus James Gunn. The best thing about this movie was the cameo of Henry Cavill at the end. However, I will say I like this movie more than I expected because I think it tried to give me what I wanted. I wanted action, I wanted a team to be developed, and I wanted to see some emotional stakes here. It was there. I would say that within one movie, I think they did pretty good, but it probably needed more time to stew and develop. Sean Connery as Dr. Fate was really, really awesome. I enjoyed it. He gave me this vibe of it's sort of like seeing Charles Xavier from the X-Men, but also seeing the Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange. Like, it's a little bit of both. Refined, elderly, mentor, really cool. This Hawkman, I actually quite enjoyed this Hawkman. The friendship between the two were really well done, I think. And also look at his mace, really awesome. Then we got the two newbies. We got the Atom, and we've got Tornado, which I thought they were good. Like, as newbies, I think they played the characters just fine, and you had this dynamic of old and new. And of course, we had Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, and they portrayed him more of a hero than a villain, which I think in this universe, there's a lot of changes anyway, so whatever. But what's most hilarious is he fought to give fans what they wanted, and if he had taken over the DCEU at that point, one, I think it was too late, but two, I could see why he thought he could do it. I mean, anyone thinks that they can fix this universe and make it better. There's a lot of financial decisions that are based on that too, and creative differences and other problems. But I think because of his background, because of the way that he does things, maybe it would have been okay. But I think James Gunn is a better crafter of a universe, I will say. All right, let's move to the last row before we spend too much time. These are all the alternate costumes that I have on display. I didn't want to like leave them out and just have the first two rows, so I decided to just display them all for now and then kind of rearrange this when I have everything. But I realized this is actually not a bad way. Like, look at all the different costumes of Batman. I've got 4 of them. I've got the one from the Flash. The blue-gray is not bad. I've got the one from the Apocalypse Vision with his trench coat. I think the trench coat just changes the entire look of it. Really, really awesome. But he's got no guns, okay? No guns. I've got the tactical suit one where he's in a little bit of armor with his sort of like Owlman. He's got his goggles on, but I wish the goggles had a little bit of color because it just looks too dark. And then my favorite is the Superman Buster armor, okay? That's what I call it. He's also got the Kryptonite spear from Batman v Superman. Honestly, this thing was so cool. I mean, you know what they're going for, right? They're going for like an Iron Man versus Captain America Civil War look. That's why the suit is there, but the suit is freaking awesome. Henry Cavill as Superman, but in the solar suit, which was in the Snyder Cut, not in the 2017 version of the movie. They recolored it to the iconic colors, but man, this suit is so super cool. The definite return of Superman is this costume, so I see why they went for it. I liked it. Then Wonder Woman 1984, all I can say is that it's kind of sad that this movie just didn't pick up, and I don't know, I feel like I didn't really get to see what I wanted to see from a Wonder Woman movie, which is her fighting like a supervillain. I don't know what to say about the movie, but I think the armor is cool. The only thing is that this armor is really, really gold, and you can see that the colors, like based on like these alternate costumes, the colors are super muted. They're not bright. They're not super bright. It just seemed like a palette of metal. That's I think that's the best way to describe it. And then this is the 2017 or the Justice League movie Flash costume, which I really like, but it's not as sleek as the new 52 one, right? Like the whole skating thing, I guess this one fits better. He looks like a figure skater, and this one he looks like there's a bunch of armor on him. But personally, I like this design. We've got the Blue Beetle, and then some other Aquaman costumes, the Stealth one, the Justice League one, which, to be honest, this one's pretty hardcore too, but the face sculpt is really bad. Unfortunately, they didn't capture Jason Momoa very well. Harley in the roller derby costume. We've got Alfred. Legit best Alfred. Whenever he was on screen, he was good. And then finally, I've got some villains. We've got the big 3, okay? We've got Doomsday, we've got Darkseid, and we've got Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf got the biggest glow up after they finished the Zack Snyder cut. And then we actually didn't even know there was Darkseid. And I got the Darkseid with the armor, but this is not the one where he has the throne and everything. This doesn't have all the weathering look, but I like the blue. I quite like overall these three big guys. I haven't got the other villains from the DCEU, like from the Blue Beetle movie, from the Aquaman movie, because I don't think it's necessary. Like, this is my version that I think is the best. And obviously I have different multiverse version of the DC villains and heroes, but maybe I'll leave that for another day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys missed the DCEU, like, comment below, let me know what you missed most about it, or maybe what were you hoping to see, okay? This is Master Turtle. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Signing off.